Hi, this is Steve Davis, write-in candidate for U.S. Senate in Georgia with another installment of Take Back Your Country. I want to delve into my assertion that the two political parties, Democrats and Republicans, are the root cause of the current problems in American government. Now I'm talking about the politicians who are supposed to be our representatives in government and not the citizens of the United States who tend to vote for one team over the other. You need to understand that Democrats and Republicans are two sides of the same coin. They play good cop, bad cop with the American people, but in reality they are both dirty cops. Both Democrats and Republicans want power, and the only way they can get more power is by taking it away from American citizens. They know they can't just continually take more power without citizens getting upset, so they psychologically take advantage of some major aspects of our human nature. They love to exploit the fact that we are caring, compassionate people who don't like to be told what we can or cannot do by any group of people. The vast majority of American citizens all want individual freedom and equal treatment and opportunity for everyone. The two political parties recognize that some people place a slightly higher importance on freedom than they do fairness and equality, and others place a slightly higher importance on fairness and equality than freedom. So, the Democrats are seen as the bad cop by the freedom focus group and seen as the good cop by the fairness focus group, whereas the Republicans are seen as the good cop by the freedom focus group and seen as the bad cop by the fairness focus group. With this setup, each side can blame the other for anything that the citizens are upset about. The citizens get a false sense that their team is fighting for what's right, and the other team are selfish people trying to screw the citizens over at every opportunity. The Democrats claim they want to help people by providing Social Security, unemployment, welfare, health care, whatever. But they could really care less about helping anyone. They only care about controlling power that comes with these programs. These programs aren't even meant to help people. They're meant to enslave them. Now, please read my book for more details about this enslavement. The Republicans claim they want smaller and less intrusive government, but they have never done a single thing to reduce the size and scope of government. Even when they have had control of the White House, the House of Representatives, and the Senate at the same time, they actually increased the size and scope of government instead of reducing it. Look, whenever we put the Republicans back in control of Congress, they throw us a tax cut bone, which we praise them for, but they continue to increase spending so government keeps growing. Another thing you need to understand is congressional districts are drawn to virtually ensure a certain outcome of Democrat or Republican representatives. The politicians know how we're going to vote based on divisions of the fans of the two teams. This is why we often see someone on the ballot who's unopposed by the other party, because it's more than likely a waste of time. This idea of predetermined outcome at the district level leads some candidates to pick their party affiliation based on their likelihood of winning the election in their district, and not because of any ideological basis. In many cases, you're voting for a person who is part of your team, even though his ideals are much more closely aligned with the other team. But it really doesn't matter, because the individual representatives do not have much say in what they will or will not do in Congress. The party leaders control what the party members do, so even if you know someone who has the right ideas and attitude, if they're part of a political party, they will be made to toe the party line and will not be able to affect any real change. This top-down control of our representatives is the reason that no matter who we elect to represent us, they will be restrained and manipulated once they get to the U.S. Congress. The American people can't stand the lies and the games played in Washington, but we've been stuck in a loop for decades. We get mad at the Republicans, so we vote a few more Democrats into office, and we get mad at the Democrats, so we put the Republicans back in control. Look, we're unable to change our direction because we keep switching the driver and the passenger and thinking that one of them will take us in a different direction. Unfortunately, there's only a slight difference between Democrats and Republicans. Both parties want to drive the United States into a brick wall. Republicans just want to ease off the accelerator a little so as not to cause quite as many deaths when we hit the wall. The political parties must be thrown out of power, and it must be done sooner rather than later for the sake of our country. Please go to my website, electstevedavis.com, read my book, The Red Pill, to gain an in-depth understanding of this concept. If you want to take back your country and you're a Georgia voter, please vote for me in the November 2nd, 2010 general election by clicking on the write-in button under the U.S. Senate section and type in my name, Steve Davis. If you're not a resident of Georgia, please encourage and support independent candidates in your state for political office, and do not vote for another Democrat or Republican for any office. The Democrats and Republicans have consistently proven they do not deserve your vote, so you need to stop giving it to them.